Alright, ready? 3, 2. She got nervous.
No, I'm not.
It's alright. You know what I'm saying? It's the camera. I'll be nervous too.
Honestly, when you get to start talking, you forget the cameras are even here.
Yeah, you gonna forget fast. That's what I like about it. But I like to jump right into it.
At? Oh, you gonna put the clips next to each other?
Yeah, we gonna look at each other and then we gonna, you know what I'm saying,
okay.
alternate back and forth from each other. You know what I'm saying? And I went through the process once, but we back again. But anyways, shit, I just met you, so introduce yourself. What's your name? Because I do forget how to say it sometimes too.
Tell the cameras or tell you?
This is the podcast. You talking to me? You talking to the camera, so you telling me.
Okay, Artajia.
Artajia, where you from? Where you grew up at?
I'm from here. I moved around, like, military and shit. I came back here for, like, all of high school. I used to be low, though. I think. I say I was.
I
didn't go to parties or nothing in high school. And then I went to college in August. So.
It says 5K subscribers. Talking about on low.
I've had that since I moved here freshman year of my life.
You famous to me, shit. But no, let's get right into it. Speaking of Snapchat, because this is my first question lead into it. I actually have 2 questions. What is up with people in half swiping? Why do y'all do it? Because we know y'all both do it. But what's your actual point? Like, I don't understand it. I don't mean to come off attack. I just don't understand it because I don't do that shit.
I half swipe to see if the conversation is worth carrying on.
Right.
Like, if it's just like, for example, when I texted you today and I was like, or we changed the time to film.
Right.
And you texted, okay, I half swiped it. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
I'm aware.
Because
trust me, I'm aware. I'm the genius.
It's nothing personal for specific people, though.
No, I can't really be mad at it. I honestly just don't understand it. That's why I'm wondering, like, what's the point?
It's like leave it. It's like think about it as iMessage. You see the message, right, but you don't open it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you can't really do that with Snap. So you half swipe to see if it's like you want to respond right now and continue the conversation.
I understand that.
That's true.
Is that the same way for you, or how do you feel about that?
I think for me it's the anxiety. I'd be like, what is this?
Oh yeah, with certain conversations, certain
What's
people.
it about to be about? Like I always want a little like preview of what I'm walking into.
Oh,
like if it's something I want to respond to, I'm not like, you know.
No, that makes sense.
Because Snapchat used to have this hack with like videos and pictures. If your phone was jailbroken, you could click it and it wouldn't tell them you opened it until you actually replied.
Of course you know that shit.
Because my phone was jailbroken. Tell me why it was the best thing ever, and then. Yeah.
I don't know. I just be wondering because like I'm just such a straightforward person. I don't give a fuck about people that much, so I'm gonna open.
But some people take leaving like things on red seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay. Well, this is my thing. If I don't know like what I want to say back right away, and I don't know if they understand that because I never save messages. So if I open it and realize I ain't got time to reply or I don't know what I want to say yet, shit, nigga, I ain't gonna reply yet. I'm gonna just save it until I'm ready to come back and reply to it. I just feel like that's such a hassle. Half swiping, seeing what a motherfucker says. So that means you got time to talk and everything if you got time to look at it.
Not really.
It's true.
That's
I just open that motherfucker and let them know that I damn near I want people to acknowledge that I seen that shit. Like I seen it. Give me some time. Or like I'll be sending voice messages a lot, so I would damn near just be like, I'll text back, hold on. So if you really don't want to reply, I just text hold on and don't text them niggas back.
Or
just
that?
Yeah, but no, I don't do that. I'm very genuine.
Like you'll text people, hold on.
If I read a message that I can't reply to right away, or I don't know what I want to say back, well, like I said, I just save it because I already don't save messages. I just save it, and then when I'm ready to reply, I reply. I just don't understand why people go through the hassle of half swiping it. I'm just so straight up. I don't give a fuck if you seen that I seen it, nigga. I'm gonna let you know that I seen that shit. That's why I like.
I mean, yes and no, but certain people, like some people, like I said, get really butthurt about it.
Yeah, I get more butthurt by the half swipe. Because that means you're acknowledging what I'm saying.
But you don't know that I'm half swiping.
Right.
This is how I do.
You take forever to respond.
I'm smart. I'm very smart. Like, first of all, look at this. Look at this, for instance. Your phone's on the charger, so I see you got phone, what's that shit, self-control. She's on her phone.
I was trying to show you something. Look, so like, for example, this. Okay. You got a whole motherfucking girlfriend. Why is you sending me that? I'm not gonna respond.
Wait, but why? You don't have to reply. That's fine. You don't have to talk to everybody.
But I'd rather just leave it alone.
Yeah, but you went all the way to measure the half swiping when you could just tap on that motherfucker. Like, look at this shit. First of all, I don't give a fuck.
She's right though. People do get in their chest about certain.
I just tapped that motherfucker and opened it. Like, well, he shook hands. He wasn't talking about shit. He just shook my, like, you know what I'm saying?
I would send something like a hand back or something.
I don't know, but I don't gotta reply to people. I just be so weirded out why people think they need to hide behind the shadows. Cause this how I look at it. This how I look at it. I'm walking past you and I be like, "Hey, what's up?" You gonna leave me on delivered, keep walking. I feel like you gonna see that I said, hey.
But that's disrespectful. If you see somebody in public,
it's different. So I'm saying to y'all, it's different on the internet. That
I think our generation takes social media way too fucking seriously.
Yes,
it's so fucking stupid. We care about like whether somebody like puts a thumb up or a heart on our Facebook status because we know that a thumb up means something like, okay, not really like I'm fucking with you, you know? Shit like that is so stupid. But like our generation cares about it. Whether your friend shares your post or if your girlfriend don't comment on your picture, you know it's because y'all are into it. Like shit like that, I feel like it's so stupid.
People care
like,
too much.
So like social media is ruining like our social skills. Like the whole world really.
Other than us trying to make money off this is what we need. More people talking back and forth to each other. That's why people be thinking I'm
back
weird.
In the world.
Yeah, like
go outside. Like let's put our phones down together.
Like people think because like I be on social media a lot, I like that shit. Like hell no, if you know me personally,
everybody else do.
Yeah, like motherfucker, if you're not trying to talk face to face or at least on the phone, I don't even want to talk to you. I don't even.
That's why we don't text.
Yeah, unless
we like have
Like if I already know
texting.
you. It's time to start talking on the phone or link. Like, nigga, we get one like. We finna waste our lives sitting behind the phone, texting back and forth. Right. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
I hate texting. Texting is a waste of time. But a lot of people don't like. I'd rather call you and be like, hey, what are you doing? Versus sitting and texting you and waiting for you 5 minutes to respond. What are you doing? When we could do it, what are you doing? Oh, I'm doing this. You trying to go here? All right, bet, on my way. You know what I mean?
My brother told me that he antisocial. He even said that like you can stop texting people. Like we'll be doing something, he'll be like, just call them. I'm like,
some people find it weird when you call them. Like
some people find it weird or annoying. It's different if you like blowing them up.
It's just how our generation is now. Like weird shit. Not the glasses.
I had to get him off. You know what I'm saying? I feel confident with these on. But yeah, I don't know. I really just wanted to see how other people feel about half swipe face to face, which like I said, I don't really care. I just don't understand how people don't realize that we know. That's why I think it's pointless. You think niggas don't know y'all half
I think
swiping?
Everybody know they get half swiped when somebody.
It doesn't give a notification.
Exactly. No, of course it doesn't, but we're
realistically,
like humans
we
not
all
dumb.
are like glued to our phones. We get the Snapchat ding. We open the ding. We look at who sent it. Depending on who it is,
I'll look like if I'm doing something, I'll look at who sent it. But I won't actually go open it.
Like, yeah, that's another thing I want to get at too. Like I said, it's fine that y'all don't have time to open every single message. And I get it. Y'all girls, it's plenty niggas hitting y'all up saying the same exact shit.
And
that's where I want to go into the point where I'm like, I hate when dudes delete the message. Like, come on now. Like, all these niggas, I mean, you obviously don't reply. I don't feel the same way. Like, that's how I feel. I always delete the message. If you don't reply in a certain amount of time, I'm going to delete the message.
He don't delete message. He unadd people.
Oh yeah, that too. It depends. Like if I don't know them personally and they don't reply, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna delete the message. If I know you and you ignore me, like personally, oh yeah, you done with. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that, but at the same time, I feel like, you know, maybe at one point a girl not fucking with you, but how do you know she's not gonna double back and change it? You know, and wanna, you know. Well, I guess that would mean like I just don't ourselves open for that.
That's what I said. Like if I'm really like if you one of my peoples. And you just straight up ignore me. Like I said, I'm logical. I understand people ain't got time to talk right now. Like I said,
and
especially
people's social meters go in and out too.
Yeah, and I understand that. Like I said, I would delete the message. If I feel like you honestly just ignoring me, I'm not like that. I'm not ignoring nobody. Like I'm gonna talk to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't really get in those moods like that. And I rather surround myself about people. God damn, I'm in mode right now. I got the glasses on. You see the mood just change as soon as the camera's cut on. I got the mode when I put the glasses on. But anyways, like I said, I like to be around people who just like me. I don't get in those modes where I don't want to talk, but I'm very genuine. I want to, like if you there for me, I'm going to be there for you. So I'm not going to ignore you just because I'm not in the mood, but that's just me. So I'd rather be around people like that. That's why I either delete the message or unadd that motherfucker.
I don't like when people delete the message because you said what you said.
I take it back though. I don't want like I swear to God, like I gave a girl a compliment, right? And she said, I already seen what you said, the most lame reply ever,
okay,
right?
now I feel like I would never do that.
That was lame, right?
Maybe I have done.
That's what I'm saying.
That's when they actually say something and not like a shot, like not shooting a shot, but when they actually said something and unsend it. Like I read what you said. Like, you know, it's different if you unsent a heart eye. It's another thing if you unsent a whole, you know?
Yeah.
Why, so you saying we shouldn't unsend it?
No, why the fuck would you unsend it?
Because I don't feel the same. Like I said, the girl.
Because then you trying to erase part of what
because
happened, you know?
Like,
you ever said something in life and you go back and think I shouldn't have said that?
Yeah,
That's
but
how
no
we feel.
regrets.
That's how I feel.
No regrets.
If I say something like as far
there's
as
a lot of shit I've said in my life that I fucking
but
regret.
you said it in real life, so you
Take
can't
that.
even take it back. So right now through text, like I said, y'all act like it's a difference between text and real life. That's what I'm saying through text. I sent the girl a compliment. She never replied, so I deleted it.
At that point, I feel like I'd be like, I take it back, unsend.
Alright, so so you want me to say I take back what I said, unsend? I'll do that. I don't have no problem.
Bitch is gonna be like, okay.
Like, I swear to God, no, when she texted back and said that, she said that why you deleted, I said, I don't feel that way no more. Like, I don't feel like giving you a
What'd she
compliment.
say back?
I don't even remember, but I think she said some shit like I was at work. She just started explaining why she didn't reply. Like I said,
But how many hours was it? Or was it days?
I don't remember. Maybe hours. Like I said, if you was at work, that's understanding. That's why I didn't have her in this situation.
Right.
She just took too long to reply. So now I'm like, I don't even want to talk to you no more. I don't feel the same way that I felt 2 hours ago that I felt now. I had some self-reflection.
If you found somebody attractive, you cannot not find them attractive anymore 2 hours later.
Artajia.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I was like, have you ever seen someone that thought they were
You
attractive?
know how quickly I will get the ick and be like,
Exactly.
Okay,
I do it all the
actually,
time.
I'm going through that phase right now. Because I used to
Exactly.
find somebody super attractive, and now that I look at
You know
them,
what I'm saying?
biased to whatever
You see
you want to
how
do with them.
how most dudes or niggas have a problem with the half swipe and y'all have a problem with the unsend, like y'all don't understand it and we don't understand it. It's it out here that we both just not understand it.
So, in terms of social media and talking about it, do y'all leave people that you don't like? Like, if you know it's somebody that you don't fuck with, do y'all leave them on your socials? Like, say it's this one bitch and you know she don't like you because of some shit that happened. Do you keep her on
I
your
don't
friends
block.
list?
I don't block and I don't unadd. If you're on my private story or like my close friends, obviously I'm gonna take you the fuck off. But it comes to blocking and unadding, or like depending on the situation, I'll unfollow her. Mm-hmm. But like no, because you gonna see me live my best life.
What about you?
Wait, so you saying if I know somebody don't like me,
Or like y'all don't fuck with each other no more.
and would I delete them off social media?
When you know, like, you know, we don't.
I ain't gonna lie,
we
my
not
shit
cool.
kind of confusing. I said, ain't no point in really getting into my shit kind of confusing for y'all to even understand. It ain't like the
Yeah.
typical person, so.
Well, because, yeah, you into social media,
Yeah, I'm
so
like-
it's not really the same.
Yeah, like if somebody's like a threat to my life, just seeing everything I'm doing, that's kind of dangerous, but my life is already publicized, so it's like, it ain't even no point. On my behalf, I might unadd them if I don't give a fuck about their life. Like,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't see
I'll
their
unadd
story.
them for sure, but I don't do the whole
Cause yeah,
blocking thing.
and I have a everything public, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, everything public. So if they wanted to still hit me up, they could, like unless I blocked them.
Right.
But like me, like I ain't gonna lie, everybody's story is muted. Like if, like I swear to God, like I'm not even trying to sound bogus. Like let me explain that too. I mute like so many people's stories, and it's kind of fucked up because like I post a lot and I want people to fuck with me. It's like if you're not entertaining me, I don't need to see what you post.
That's the
So
thing with
I do-
Instagram is like people be like, for my Instagram, I don't follow everyone just because I know them. I follow you if you post
Yeah,
consistently
my mama.
or if your feed is actually interesting to me. I'm not going to follow you just to take up. It's not taking up some space.
Oh,
but you know what I
give a
mean?
fuck. I caught you. You give a fuck. See, like my friends, I see what you're saying. She want her followers to following ratio to be at a point that she's
No,
that has
not-
liked.
no.
Yes, you are.
No.
It's okay.
No.
Everyone's like that.
No,
It's not like that. I'm
I
just
feel
saying
that
I
way.
only follow people if you're consistently posting or if what you're posting actually is something I'm interested in. I'm not just going to follow you just because I know you.
Yeah, I'm like that too. But I was just getting the vibe that you just wanted your follower to, you know what I'm saying, following ratio to be at a certain point. Which I was like that at a certain
Really?
time. But I don't give a fuck no more. Nah.
That's
Like literally,
crazy,
and my
I feel
mama
that way.
on my low life account, it literally says in my bio.
I
like,
just
very
found
clear.
out you had 2 different accounts. When
Yeah.
I had to tag you, find your Instagram and
On
tag you in that
Insta?
photo.
You said what?
On Insta?
Yeah, I literally says in my bio, I don't follow a lot of people because I have 2 accounts. Like, that's literally what it says. Like, I feel like you gotta think about it too. Like, I ain't even trying to sound like no, because like my followers to not following ratio, like on my main account, it's like 1,800 to 800. I'm like, bro, you gotta realize how much 800 people is. Like, you think, like, I know a lot of people. But you think I know, like, on a daily basis, 800 people? Hell no.
Right.
That's low key.
And that's
a lot.
the mix of celebrities and other shit too.
Yeah, right. So I'm saying like I follow anybody. If you interested, I'm gonna follow you. Like I'm not gonna unfollow you because you don't post. I'm gonna unfollow you if you post too goddamn much. And I don't like it. Like I used to be like that where I want to follow this many people and I want this many people to be following me. Now I realize that shit's so motherfucking pointless.
I feel like that's a 2018 ass thought.
I swear to God, like when I got my new account, people used to be so confused on why I'm following back. I literally would go to my other account and follow them because like my low life account, I don't even go through my feed. I just post on there and go back to my main account to look at shit. So
I just don't know you have 2 accounts.
hell yeah. I literally made that account like for social media like a couple years
So
ago.
low life is your social media one, and then your other one is just
That's just me.
I just see,
Like so look, if I got famous, even though like if I was famous, people would know who I was. I would go on that account to hit people up. I don't want someone to fuck with me for me being famous. So, but I ain't gonna lie, I damn near wouldn't even hit girls up on Instagram and take them seriously. I don't trust humans. If I was famous, no, now I would. I'm talking about if I was famous. Because then people would just, you know, they wouldn't be genuine. I would be scared of the females if I was famous.
Duh. I feel like that's really tough for dudes. Because they trying to get a check out of you.
Yeah, that shit wouldn't happen. That's over with.
Yeah.
A check out of you.
Yeah.
It literally, females preach about it all the time on social media. How they want to fucking fuck this person and get pregnant because they want to check.
That's so scary. I don't understand that, but I do it at the same time because motherfuckers be broke.
Do you see how much these baby mamas are getting paid for child support from these celebrities
and all of that, all this?
Oh, it does not take you. Example, what's her name? Brittany
Renner.
Yeah,
she didn't do that shit.
Oh my god,
she didn't do that for the money. I don't think so.
No, that's not that. But did you see how much she's getting paid in child support? It does not take.
That's not true at all.
She wrote a book about it, so you don't really think she meant to monetize off of it?
What, to get pregnant by him? Well, I don't know if y'all really was into her. I halfway believe
I have followed her. I think probably like my sophomore year, maybe I followed her on Instagram for a little bit, but that was it.
No, I looked into it because it was all over TikTok. It was just all over my social media. And basically,
all them things y'all see about how much she getting paid though, that's not true. Why would the internet know that shit?
Do y'all follow the
because
Shade
you
Room?
could, yeah.
Okay, so I unfollowed the Shade Room and all the gossip sites. No, I deadass did like over a year ago, and I just don't follow them now.
Y'all don't give a fuck about other people's
I feel
lives
like it's
that much.
It's not that I give a fuck
energy.
about other people's lives. It's
Hey,
just,
Hawaii got you right. I like that. Negative energy, right? Who gives a
I
fuck
was
about
like
these
this
niggas'
before
life?
I went. It just was harder to really like maintain it all. I feel like in this environment.
That's how I'm invested in their lives. It's just like, because it's not, Shade Room's just not all about celebrities though. It's about other shit.
Shade Room, I don't know. I feel like it's always about maybe a celebrity being sick, or like a celebrity is like in divorce, or a celebrity got drama. But it's always, or a celebrity's cooking and they're promoting it. Like it's always celebrity shit.
Yeah, I guess.
You should look up their profile. I wonder do it say like celebrity news type shit.
Like I know, I don't know if y'all know what Say Cheese is, but they post a lot of good shit.
They post actual shit.
Well, they're literally just promoting. Like that's they point is promoting hip hop, and they might post some other shit.
Do y'all follow Mixtape Trappers?
Mixtape trap, yeah.
I feel like that's like
Milwaukee,
no, they be posting like Detroit and certain
like,
Indiana. Oh yeah,
that's
I think
probably
it's
why they not
thing.
as negative because it's more
Right.
like
I think
It doesn't
thing.
say like specifically about just trending news.
Oh, that's what it says.
Fake news. Trending
news.
fake news.
Yeah, they post anything that can say. That's what's fucked up about the world. They will say some fool shit or non-genuine shit just
if
for
it's
money.
gonna make them money.
That's weird to me. That's like I realized that's why I haven't blown up with anything. I haven't faked who I was. Like we're doing shit like this, showing who I really am. And if people are intrigued by my life, that's fine. I'm just not necessarily an actor yet. To where
Yeah,
I can
you've
fake
never really
who I
clickbaited
was.
or did anything.
Oh, I clickbait like shit sometimes. I definitely
Do you really?
Yeah, small clickbaits, but nothing like OC. Like somebody got in an altercation, they was arguing, but they didn't fight. I just put like crazy fight broke out. But you can say a fight is using your words. You can fight with words. So I halfway.
Is it about when those white boys went at each other at pub crawl?
Yeah, like I've definitely upped the stakes with these titles. Sometimes you got to though.
I feel like as a woman,
I feel like I don't really read the title. I look at the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Everybody looks with their, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they do.
Then I thought they look at the thumbnail first, then the
and
title.
then the title. Yeah.
True, but I really, when I watch it on YouTube, I really look at the.
Damn, I didn't grab my water. I'm pissed.
Do you want mine? I don't want it.
No, I got an open one. Can you please grab me a water?
You know, I feel like as
Open one,
women,
please. I'm
it's
so
so
sorry.
easy to like get famous on social media, clickbaiting people.
She just asked me what the water was. It's in the fridge. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I gotta stop being. Oh yeah, you're right. That's my bad. I'm talking shit. I swear to God, it'll be something like freeze or froze, and they'll be like, where it's at? Nigga, an ice cream sandwich? Nigga, the ice freezer, nigga. But what was you saying? My bad.
Yeah, no. As a woman, I feel like it could be so easy to like click
To show your body.
Yes, and I feel like that's something like for me. Like I kind of like I'll dibble dabble. And now that I'm in Hawaii, it's hella warm, so like majority of my shit is gonna be that way. But like coming up, like I've always kind of tried to maintain like a respectable outlook on my social media. Like, I don't want motherfuckers to think they gonna click on my page and oh, boom, Artajia, she's showing that ass off. Like, you know, let me go get the looks today. You know,
That's good.
Like,
I
feel like I've always tried to like maintain, like, you know, oh, here go a selfie. Oh, like she doing something. You know, like it's not just like here go her body. Oh, her ass all in that shot. You know, like I feel like I've tried to avoid that. Cause
I've
like,
never posted like pictures like that. I just personally can't.
What though?
Like I just not like.
Sorry.
But it's like if we were to, we would blow up so fast.
Yeah,
like, that's
weird.
what people want to see.
Touching on that, I hate social media influencers like females that be like body empowerment, but you know what you're doing with your body by posting it that way.
Because you're manipulating little girls to think that they have to look like you.
They have to show their ass or this or that, and it's like they try to be like, and then they get defensive about it. I can't think of a celebrity.
A lot of them be having fake bodies too, but be promoting flat tummy tees and workout regimens and shit like that. Like
I hate
lying.
Well, hate's a strong word, but like I just don't like female influencers that like Britney or I can't think of other ones that show off their body but
Britney
be like.
I don't like Ari.
What?
I don't like Ari.
Why?
She just always been too much for me. I feel like after this most recent Tania conversation too and all that controversy, whatever, like I don't fuck with any of them. Like I already don't follow Ari and haven't for years. I think the only like baby mamas I fuck with is like India.
She said baby mamas I fuck with. That's funny. You listen to Dirk?
Yeah,
that's probably why.
They fucking with Dirk, yeah, but still, India don't be caught up in a blase. I mean, that shit about him saying that she only got 2 bodies or whatever, like that's bullshit. But like, you know, still,
don't get me started on that.
She said,
like realistically, my nigga, she was how old and had a baby too.
Oh, she got a kid that's not Dirk.
Yeah, she got one.
Her baby, yeah, her daughter.
I ain't gonna lie, it's possible though. I know a lot of girls who got 1 body and 1 kid.
No,
like
I'm not saying that's impossible, but the fact of her age, her already being out in this world, you
how
really
old was
think
she when her first baby?
I don't know. Shit.
Was she younger or older? Like, was she in her 20s or her teens?
Well, her daughter was already like 3 or 4, I think, when she got with Dirk. I think
but I'm saying, like, you gotta think about it though. Like, if she had her baby young, like 18, that's hella possible. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody lose their virginity hella early.
How old is Dirk? How old are they?
Dirk 29. That nigga damn near 30 beefing.
So if she damn near 30,
I mean, she 30.
Her baby is still under 10. Her daughter at least before. Well, she got 2 kids with him now. Yeah.
Just look up her age real quick and then see how old her daughter is.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't even.
She's 26 years old, and then she has Willow and Skylar.
She has 2 kids.
Oh, yeah. Willow is Dirk's daughter. How old is Skylar?
Because on my mom, if she had her before 20, she damn near is capping. But who knows? Because I know people.
Who knows?
Because some people do be in long-term relationships. We don't know everybody's business, so they might be in a long-term relationship.
And it's all what people want you to perceive too on social media.
He said she got 2 bodies. That's what I like.
And that is so bad. Like, as a man, do you think that was okay?
Fuck no. I don't give a fuck if my... Well, I'm different. We can talk about that shit too.
I'm really talk about her mind. Like, how smart she is.
Yeah,
how
body
deep
counts
she
don't really matter
is.
to me.
Like... how she make me feel, like talk about some shit. She motivate me to do better.
Yeah, I didn't really want to speak on it, but I feel like that was the most childish shit a 29-year-old can say.
Yes.
Sorry, Dirk.
But he's a celebrity.
That's weird. Like, you worried about how many niggas she fucked before her. He literally, right at the start of the conversation, he said, the body count is what got me. So I'm like, you really cuffed her up. You gotta think about it. These girls being loyal and real because you a famous rapper and they want to be in that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not speaking on her. I just said that's typical for certain females. So I was like, that's fucked up that he led with her body count. That's what like niggas be
7-year-old daughter.
So she had her when she was 19. Okay, then that's you can't even cap that. She might have had 2 bodies.
It could be maybe 3. Girls always dim down a little bit.
Yeah, girls because they know that, you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
Talking about this, I think we should talk about how fucked up like the perception of sex is in society. Like from body counts to like protection to like caring about like. I feel like people care about the wrong shit when it comes down to sex nowadays. Like, y'all should be caring about getting checked, making sure y'all wrapping y'all shit.
Why do boys flip out when it comes to getting yourself checked? Well, actually, you don't. I know you don't.
Oh, like, how everyone feels their first time having sex or even having a feeling like, damn, I could have caused some. They don't like the world to perceive them that way.
I don't think you should get checked just because you think you caught something. I think you should be regularly getting checked.
like the first time, like, bro, you gotta realize, I was just talking to myself about this. I don't give a fuck how old you are. As long as you've had sex, even this girl I know who was a virgin, she lost her virginity. And she said so much shit went through her mind, like, am I pregnant? Did I catch something? All that. Every person has had, they thought, damn, am I either pregnant or did I get her pregnant or did I catch something? Everyone's gonna have that thought.
Yeah, that's like your natural, like,
right.
Go
and
back.
She's saying, why niggas so pressed about it? Because how the world will perceive me if I do. Like, I watch a Family Guy.
But they want girls to get, did you get checked? Like, there was
who
a
the fuck
dude.
say that shit? They don't niggas be saying that shit like that. Niggas are wild.
I was
me as
talking
fuck.
to.
Do you get checked?
No, there was a dude I was not even fuck. I haven't fucked. I didn't fuck
Don't
him, but
be
like
shy.
no, I didn't. No, there was a dude I was talking to, and we were hanging out or whatever. And he was like, "I just want you to know, like, before we go forward or whatever, I need paper
documents."
documents."
My AIDS test, I just got it. I had a physical like last week. I don't have AIDS though. Folks, I'm dinner. My bad. I meant to cut you off, folks. Nigga, I got my blood drawn. I didn't know that they take that shit out, y'all. I thought they like do like a finger
First
thing.
time I did that shit, I flinched and it flew right back out, bro. The doctor had to stick it back in.
I was pissed as a bitch, nigga. I'm like, I got into the room. She was like, let me see your arm, put some shit around it. I'm like, you gotta take it out of here? I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah.
No, but anyways, I was talking to a dude. He said if we want to take things forward, he needs a document proof that I am cleared of STDs.
He was grown as a bitch, wasn't he?
That's like a mature ass nigga.
Right.
I feel like in
That's a real
Milwaukee, that's
thing to
stuff
do.
like I'd be
Right.
like, look, like I'll fuck with you on me, but you gotta be getting checked regularly.
Maybe like 24, 25.
Yeah, that's good. I'm 21.
And I kind of looked at him like, what are you trying to... Like, I kind of... Okay, before...
I don't think it should be taken in a negative way.
Before I did that, like... Before I react... Like, I did at first in my head react like, what the fuck? But then I thought about it. That's really smart to do, but then people do get defensive about it.
But
because
why? That was my point in the conversation. Why
though,
do we get defensive about like
little niggas
because
clean?
Because it can go off of one or two things that they think you just out here doing shit.
Yeah.
Or just like they just trying to keep themselves safe.
No, it's like you said, the first one, and people are like I said, when you before your first time getting checked, you didn't before that because you was like most people, not all people, are scared of what they're gonna hear, and they don't want if they do hear that, they don't want the world to find out about them because it's a stigma around having STD. So people
you
don't
have to realize
have
how common that shit is.
It's so common
like,
to get
so
like a fucking
common.
yeast infection for a woman,
a UTI.
But y'all gotta realize
like,
this though. Even though we all know that now because we all matured, when you were back in high school and that type of shit, bro. If someone was to have some shit, niggas is talking shit flaming.
Sex education like fails like half as much. That's why teen pregnancy nowadays.
Oh my!
I know so many motherfuckers under 20, like whether I went to high school with them, middle school with them, or like know them now. Pop up pregnant, boom, pregnant, boom, pregnant, boom.
I literally
Maybe
just had to teach
one
a dude
out of
what
5
discharge
is married.
was.
Are you serious?
Yes, I literally had to teach a dude what discharge was. Like, he didn't know what the fuck that was.
I seen this
like,
funny ass
what?
TikTok, and it was this girl, right? I forget what fucking audio it was. And she typed it. She was like, when he want to reach down there and it's a little discharge. And she put one of the fucking funny ass little filters on there. I forget what audio it was.
That,
so
the mouse
funny.
thing?
Yes!
Yeah.
And it turns. That was funny.
Yeah, I just had to see, like, a lot of these dudes are so uneducated on a female's body. So
but they be so quick to want to hop in one.
But they not a girl, so how would they know that? You know what I'm saying?
No, but it's just, if you fucking with a female, it's common sense to know. How do you not know what the female discharge is? Discharge is not nasty.
Eat pussy. How am I know what comes out of your body? I don't fucking know. I don't have a pussy.
Do you know what
to
discharge
tell you.
is?
Yeah, but I'm saying how do you expect?
I feel like a lot of
to know that
these
shit?
females, I mean, a lot of these mothers should be teaching their sons about a female's body.
Should is the word we should use. See, and not everybody does that, but you're right.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
How do you just sit down? Come here, son. Let me tell you about some discharge. Like
No, not like that. It's just like, you know, you're gonna get yourself involved with a woman one day, and I just want to be able to teach you like about a woman's body, not like in the way of like how to please it or whatever. Just the fact that like women have periods, this, and that.
Actually,
you know what I mean?
There's health books. Like I remember my stepmom sat me and my sisters down when we were probably like. I was even probably in middle school still.
Sorry.
And she had like a little like anatomy book, and it told us about like our periods, like it labeled the different parts of the vagina.
You got a black mama.
Like,
that's so crazy.
She was like our stepmom.
And a white
but
bag.
yeah.
Wait,
but
what's your last name?
Rich.
Oh, that ain't that bad. That's still kind of niggerish. Sorry. Because if your last name was something like white as fuck, that would be funny as a bitch. Like Artajia, then just a white ass last name. Like
I like Artajia Rich. People always think
yeah, oh that shit cold.
And then when I when I'm like
then.
hanging out with people, right? They'll be like, "What's your name?" I'm like Artajia Rich, bitch. Like, you know?
I'm like, see, look, you so valid. Like, so I remember we was talking about India. That's her real name, right?
Yeah.
Artajia Rich. That'd be a fire.
That's her real name. That's not a social media thing.
India.
No, I thought it was real.
India.
Yeah,
India Royale.
India.
And then she monetized her business off of her name.
Wait,
India Royale.
what was I finna say? But what's your Instagram name now?
Artajia. It's just Artajia with dot.
Oh yeah, you valid.
Yeah. Because I don't want people to look at my Instagram and say my shit is like low and out the way. Then motherfuckers always gonna think, oh, that's low and out the way. No, what's my real name? Because like,
oh, you changed it.
It's always been a form of Artajia. Artajia. Like you know, I always try to keep it there because even when people meet me, they're like, wait, say it again. Like,
Artajia Rich
what's your
sound
name?
like a model name.
Wait,
though. That shit
remind
fire.
me again. Like I could hear it like headlining like
But
Artajia.
what? You don't know Artajia Rich, bro? That's not that nigga saying it right now. That shit cold. No bullshit.
If they can remember my right name.
So you finna try? You want to be a model?
Yeah, I want to.
A
And
rich
Hawaii,
model?
plenty of people be doing it. Like I want to.
Rich model. That's crazy that we've been freestyling. Had 2 questions. Never got the second one. But this is my second question. It's a scenario actually.
Mm-hmm.
So you're on a date, first date with this guy that you met. So you're on this date, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the bill comes, and he splits the bill. You pay for yourself, and he pays for himself. You gonna get that nigga a second date?
No. But this is why. You know how they say chivalry is dead?
What is that? I don't know what that is.
That's red flag number 1. Pull it up on Wikipedia. Chivalry is the act of being a gentleman. Don't quote me on it.
First of all, red flag. I'm really a gentleman. I just didn't know what chivalry was.
Okay, so
I'm a gentleman, dog.
I hope. So
not smart.
Would you say gentleman is
Take your
dead?
dread out of your glasses.
Sorry. Wait. So, okay.
The phrase is chivalry is dead, and it basically intends how, like, you know, back in the day, like, if y'all watch Bridgerton, you'll see how they court women, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we evolved all the way back from, like, courting women to motherfuckers getting sold by their parents, all types of shit, you know?
Right.
But it always was supposed to be, like, you know, when women were still pure, like, you know, you don't touch a woman, you don't kiss a woman, you're a gentleman. You know, if you want to do any of that, you're going to ask for her hand in marriage. Not that it's like that nowadays, but I feel like to an extent, if you realistically want to be taken serious by this woman, you take her out. If you have the intent to take her out, you should have the intent to pay for your meal as a gentleman thing to do. You know, if I invite you to my crib and cook for you, I would consider that a form of, like, you know,
that is a form
I
of
gave
love.
us dinner.
Right, like that's a form, not love.
Love, yeah. No, that is
like,
a love language to cook for some
Yeah.
people. But, like, I feel like that's a man, though. Like, you going to ask me out to dinner and you're not going to pay for the dinner?
The
are
only
you my
way,
friend, or are you
right?
like
You have to
trying to be a love interest?
Date, though. It's the first date.
This is your first
that's
impression.
Exactly, even worse. You know,
Really?
if I'm splitting our bill, it's because you my friend. I'm gonna split my bill with my friend because you're my friend. You know, I'm not. You know, but as a man
for me on
who
a
wants
date,
to
though,
see me, like, no.
No, for me on dates, usually, well, in a relationship and going on a date, just seeing a dude is different. But I always take the tip.
Wait, so the only time...
And that, I'll always offer to take the tip as long as you do our dinner. And if
I
they're
always
a
pay
real
for the tip.
gentleman, like, they'll be like, nah, I got the tip. But I always want to make sure our server's getting tips, too. Because men might splurge out on y'all dinner and not even think about the server who just waited hand and foot on us. And give her a petty $3 tip when the tab was like $50, you know? Like,
I have a lot of things to say, and I have some questions. Feel free to chime in. I want to start off by saying, don't worry about it. A nigga like me, you ain't gotta pay shit. I'm an understanding guy, so I was just wondering how you felt about that. Don't worry. If I was going on a date, just everybody know out there. If you've been on a date, you already know how I'm rocking the entire day. It ain't even just a date. You know what I'm saying?
Snatching the bill.
You like, yeah.
You
know
don't
what I'm
even
saying?
touch a bill.
I just want to let y'all know. But I'm
There's
still
a lot of dudes that are
smart.
not like that. Like,
Man, yo, I don't mean to start. I'm just not even bragging. I mean, yo, day free. Whatever we do throughout the day, a girl would never pay.
No, but like,
I have a lot of.
I'm just saying, like, in general, like, dudes don't do that.
Niggas is broke though, so I understand.
Lucky niggas are a different breed.
But like I said, I have some things to say because I feel like I'm a very smart nigga mentally, and I'm just real good with human connections. When you say first date, why are you even looking at a nigga that you're on your first date with? This is you. I'm just asking you a question.
I see where you going with
why
this.
is your first date looking at? No, you probably don't. looking at him to be your boyfriend. Aren't you friends on the first date?
I see where you're going with
Why are you... That's when you find out if you want to even take this nigga serious.
That's basically what it is.
So you said, I will split with my friend. So, and the reason why I asked that, because remember I was telling you 5-10 minutes ago, if I got famous, I wouldn't even want a girl to know that I'm famous, because she gonna use me for my money. So I want to know if this, first of all, like I said, if I'm on a date, at least now, while I'm not rich or famous, yeah, your date freaky, that is a gentleman thing to do. But as far as getting to know females, if they just expecting money out of me, then I don't even trust you. That's why I said I don't even want to lead with money. I want to pick this girl brain. See, to me, if I was famous, I'm going for, like, forward. But if I was famous, I'm giving a girl a shitty date to see if she actually feeling me.
There was a TikTok on that. I just watched a TikTok where a girl, it's like there's a certain social media, certain like...
Kirsten, I love her. She's a Hawaiian TikToker. Yeah,
so
you saw shit. Yeah.
So basically there's this app, but only for celebrities or influencers that can go and you can like match with other celebrities and influencers. She went on a date and the dude was a Disney star. And when he picked her up, he picked her up... Star. Oh, whatever. He picked her up in a shitty ass car and then took her to Applebee's. And she was like, it's why, but like I'm gonna just see what you're doing. He actually ended up renting the whole Applebee's out for them. And then afterwards he was like, do you want to go on a plane ride or do you want to go on like a walk or something?
Yeah, he was like, you want to go on my private jet.
Or do you want to go like on a walk on the beach or something? And she was like, well, I've never been on a private jet. And then after that he like dished her. He was like, well, you chose a private jet, you did pass the test.
Well, no, she said that his energy switched up and he acted like he wasn't feeling well, and then she assumed that was another test. But like, I get that, like, you know, on a first date, if we are friends, I get what you're saying, but I still feel like that's like the thing.
If you asking me on a date,
woman out, like, you're gonna pay even.
You're right. Nah,
as a guy friend too, if you think like my ex-boy best friend, because I don't fuck with him no more, but like we went out like to get food together, you know, if you think I'm paying for myself, no, you know, not on no stuck up stuff, but like, and he did cover the bill because that's what you're gonna do, you know, you're taking me out on a treat. I feel like that's the gentleman thing to do, even though we're not like seeing each other. Like, we could split it sometimes, but like in this case, like just me and you, like I feel like that was like,
so you feel like for anybody, not just you, explain, anybody or just you, that if you're with, that's the gentleman thing to do, like for everybody. If you're on a date with a girl,
some of these hoes do be just trying to, let me get him to take me out, free food, let me get him to go smoke me out, let me get him to, you know, and some people do be like that, but I feel like there's categories to shit. There's some girls that you only like do this and that way, and there's some girls where like, you know, you gonna hold her to a different standard if it's a girl you could possibly see yourself wanting to see for real and be with. I feel like it's so different, like it's levels to it, you know.
It depends on the friendship. Like, for example, with Embry, TJ, and Tony, if we go out, we just pay for our own food because they're like my brothers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
like, but if I'm going out with,
but we're, like I said, y'all going farther. I'm just talking about on the first day. Y'all just expect. I mean, like I said, I think this is my opinion. This is me. I don't really give a fuck what niggas do, but I'm understanding to certain people because I know their circumstances.
Yeah.
Like me, at least, if I was famous, I just want to see if she's like, you know what I'm saying, gold digging. Like if she got a problem with paying, I wouldn't even want no girl like that around me. Like, you want a nigga for money. Like, and I want a boss too. Like I said, I'm very different relationships. We'll get into that too. But that's why I'm just very, I'm confused on why girls just think that's, and I understand we learned that, like, through life. That's, guys should just pay for food. But, like, let's be realistic. It's kind of different in 2022. And, like, that just doesn't, that's never really registered why a guy has to. See, that's how you know that there's no equality in the world. And girls need to understand that. The fact that y'all giving guys...
okay, go ahead.
I'm finna finish. The fact that we are looking at... People are still looking at things that there's roles for guy. Oh, the guy's supposed to pay for it even because he asked me out. I feel like boy or girl, it goes both ways. That's just me, but I don't make life rules. If she asked me out, she should pay. But I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't let that happen.
Right.
Ain't no girl paying for me. Or niggas can't even pay for me. Like, unless it's my guy, like my coolest friend, like that ain't can pay for me. Anybody else, I don't need you to. But I just feel like, I don't know why girls be thinking we equal but still trying to give male roles in life. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the stigma of men paying first, I feel like this is exactly where it stemmed down from. So you know how I said like how you had to court women and how they could like buy her, you know, she got to pay me a dowry to marry her and all types of shit like that, right? I feel like it stemmed because women used to sit around in the house all day. So if this man wants to court you, it's because he intends and you know, she doesn't have any money to do that. So I feel like that probably stemmed from that when women had to like be pursued by men, and I feel like we've always stuck with it, as well as men making way more in the work industry than women. You got more in your, you know, money to pay for me, you know, as you said, it's different now in 2022.
Right, That's what
because
says
women
different.
are sort of getting closer to men, but some shit is still not right.
Yeah.
So I feel like that kind of validates it in like, you know.
Yeah, especially what you said about that. It's still to this day, it's not equal in the workforce, like all that. But
Right.
I know what it stemmed from. Like I said, now in 2022, where it's
shit
not
could be
not
changed.
equal. But like I said, back then it was like this. Now it's like still up there. So I'm like, I don't even understand why girls just go out in life and think guys need to. Like that's my thing.
Yeah.
It's still like that today. Guys should pay for
I don't
dates
think
no
a guy
matter
needs
she.
to pay for everything though. Like in my last relationship, we took like
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
that we
That's
take
still
turns.
that's preference though. Once you get to that point, that's preference. I'm just thinking along as like dates. Like
Yeah.
guys, I think guys should pay for dates no matter if she asked or not. That is the gentleman thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
But it's up to you to be turned off by it or not. I just don't understand why. Like, ain't y'all just friends at this point? This ain't your
But
boyfriend
you
or
asking a
husband.
girl on a date, you're seeing a potential future with her.
Well,
and
I
then
don't
the
ask
date,
a girl
and
on a
then the
date.
date
to see her.
Right, and then the date kind of, a date or two kind of like figures out whether you want to take it farther or you just want to end up being friends. But if you're asking a female on a date, it's because you could be like, oh, I can see myself dating her. I can see myself fucking with her.
Ask your friend that if she thinks that's true, because she knows damn well that's not how a nigga like me operate.
What?
I don't operate like that. Other niggas might, but a date is just a date, and then if we make it past that, then we will. It's just all like, you know,
That's how I take a date. I feel like if you're asking me on
just
a
a
date,
date. It ain't nothing deep.
you're seeing whether we're trying to figure out whether we want to be, like we want to continue and see where it goes, or we choose to just be friends.
I think their intentions they set with you leading up to the date pivot what the date is gonna entail. You know, like if he on out with you heavy, like complimenting the fuck out of you, like, you know, I really think you're interested in, like, I'm trying to get to know you, maybe pursue something with you. You know, niggas don't say it straight up like that, but you know, like, you know when a nigga feeling you. You know, if he's like that and asks you on a date, then I definitely would like expect it to maybe have stepping stones after. But if it's like on some chill, like, you know, like let's go out,
Like
I
if
feel like
you-
I wouldn't expect too much from that, because that could mean a platonic hangout, you know.
If you like, we're friends.
Mm-hmm.
If you would just be like, hey, you trying to go grab some food, I wouldn't expect you to pay for me, because it's like, Anna, you want to go grab some food. But if you're like, hey, you want to go on a date, then I'm like, at first I think like, what the fuck is you on? But then I'd be like, then you're paying. You know what I mean?
So this is my question then. Would you feel turned off if a guy made, on the first date at least, on the first date, would you feel turned off if he made you pay for your bill?
I have experience with this.
Every girl
Okay.
has. I'm already knowing. Let's hear
I
it.
went out with this one dude. So like with me, like
Real quick. You finna be put on blast, my nigga. We ain't gonna say your name, but she talking about you. You gonna know this
See,
shit.
this shit is gonna
Because
be
you
so
know
weird.
you took her on a date and you made her pay for
we
it.
going here.
Well, I'm asking
Okay,
you.
so basically, like with me, I'm very picky. Like if you're gonna get my energy, I'm putting you through a couple hoops first. So with me, I like to like text you for probably like at least a week, maybe two. Just like straight up texting a lot. We could be FaceTiming too, but straight up getting to know you. I'm gonna be picking your brain every day. I'm not hitting you with what you doing all the time. I might ask you a far out ass question in the middle of the day. It's 3 o'clock, you know, because I want to get to know you.
Right.
So basically, I go out with him after texting him for probably like a couple weeks, maybe 3. And we go out and we've got some, I think we got Leon's. Now, he schooled me up, but I got my own whip, so you know, it's never that I couldn't meet him.
Good.
Or, this was back then, I sold it when
No,
I
I'm
was in
saying that's
school.
good.
But yeah,
That
so
he
no.
can drive. It's
Right,
not no it's not no super bum ass date. It's a semi bum
Right,
ass
like,
date.
oh, he
Okay.
got his own whip. Okay, that's one green flag. So he schooled me up. We go to Leon's and we stand in the line together. We both deciding what we want. He went first. I'm pretty sure he went first. Yeah, he ordered his shit and then paid for his shit. It's no biggie because like I'm just getting an ice cream cone. So then I go next and then I get the little ice cream I want. I pay for it, right? It was all cool. I didn't really bias the date from that point out. I continued on with it, you know, chopped it up with him, just, you know, cool shit. So then he asked me out again like a couple days later, I think. And then where did we go this time? We went somewhere like pick it up again. It was somewhere that it really wasn't expensive. I think we got pizza. I think I got pizza with that nigga the second time.
How old was y'all both? How old was he? How old was you?
This was probably, I want to say this was my junior year.
How old was he?
Dude, I'm only a freshman in college. We both.
I'm saying, was he a junior too?
I believe I was 17 and he was 17. Yes.
Yeah, you can't
and
be
he
that
had a
mad.
job. I had a job too. No, that's weird.
That's
Dude,
okay.
no.
Don't get me wrong. No matter what age I was at, I was paying for dates. But my point is, you can't be
I'm not saying I'm mad, but the point is, you said, like, you know, so the second time he didn't pay again. So, you know, you asked, would you be mad after the first time? My point was, I gave him another opportunity, but then I seen second time you didn't pay again, but you got all this stuff, you got all these aspires and all this over text that you want to be with me, you want to you know, take shit to the next level, but you can't even assert like the dominance to pay for even a second. Like, you know, like if I'm the breadwinner for sure, like, you know, the way my ambition is, I know I'm gonna be the breadwinner, but if you like hella far behind, that's a turn off, you know.
Of course, that
I want
makes
us to be
sense,
close at least, because I'm ambitious, so I know I'm going far. So you got to be a breadwinner too, but I still can make more than you because I know that that's how I am.
I'm glad you like touched on that topic, because I feel like, okay, so for example, let's say I'm here and my man's here. I'm not gonna like stop my money making, but we're gonna get up on the same level. You know what I mean? Like I've never judged a person on their position or how much money they were making, or whether they were making more, or whether they were making less for me. Like, I don't look at that at all. Like we were talking about in the...
Can you support me? I feel like it's just the...
As long as... No, not support me. Can you support yourself?
Support us. If we're together, you need to be able to support me and you. You know, we're supporting each other, though. I'm helping support.
Yeah, we're supporting each other, but I'm just saying, as long as you can take care of your business, I'm going to take care of mine, and I'm going to help uplift us. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So it's just a turn off if a guy's not paying for dates.
If it's a constant trend and you want to take it serious, yes. I think the first date was the only not paying thing, and then once y'all are together, it's okay to, hey, babe, I got it this time, or babe, we'll go half this time, or you know, alternate. Do what y'all do when y'all are together and you know you're with each other.
Do you tell any guys now that, or do you just expect it from guys that, oh, you like, we go out, you paying for it, or you haven't had that problem since then?
I never actually have to address it. I feel like I'm always like, you know, like he'll take care of it, and I'm like, okay, thank you. Like, no, but I'm the type of girl where sometimes, like, if you just getting me like a slushie, like from Taco Bell, I'll be like, wait, like let me take care of it. Like, you know, that type of thing. I wouldn't want you to like, you know, I feel like that's something so stupid. Like, I feel like that's when I'll be like, let me. And if you go, no, it's okay. I feel like that says something. And if you let me, like, you know, do it, then it's like, okay, that's cool too, because I wanted to do it, you know?
Yeah,
but
I'll just elbow you and say, I know you've been fucking with broke niggas, but you ain't gotta work.
Oh my god.
You know
but as a really independent woman, like, I feel like I don't always want a nigga to have that hold over me. Like, oh yeah, like I always take her out. I'm like, I pay for everything and do everything. You know, if you my man, that's like a flex. Like, you know, that's my woman. I'm taking care of her. I'm handling shit. But as a random nigga to be able to, I
feel you. Like I said, I'm already with you. I think niggas should pay for dates. Like, that's why I ain't getting that far into it. I was just thinking of longer first dates, because once you get past the first date, you establish your type, your cup of tea, because that's after that is your preference, how you want to run your relationship or how you feel with that person. I just feel on the first date, I don't know why people expect certain things.
Yeah, like I said, it's just like how, like you said, we were raised.
Yeah.
Like a first date is just expect the unexpected.
That's what I'm saying. Well, yeah, because I had to pay for a date once and I didn't expect that. And he's lucky I brought, I was only 16 at the time, but he's lucky I brought money.
Imagine though if a girl didn't bring money. I was like,
after that first incident, I was a sophomore in high school. After that first incident, I always carry money with me. Well, because like now we have Apple Pay and stuff, but not every place takes Apple Pay. I always take money with me on dates. Like, I'm not a purse girl, so I don't like carrying a wallet or a purse. Thank God for Apple Pay. But like after that one time when I was 16, we went to Qdoba on Water Street, and
my shit was on Water Street too, but B-dubs. But keep going, my bad.
And we went there, ordered our food, and he's like tapping his pockets. He's like,
oh no,
he's tapping.
Fuck a red flag, throwing the towel, white flag that nigga.
He was like,
he did.
He was like, was looking for like his wallet, so he was like, oh my god, I left my card in the car. We parked, it was like a weekend, so we had to park far to be like, so I was like, I got it. And he was like, no, and I was like, trying to act, but I don't know, cause like, we ended up dating, but I ended up paying for it. And then
it's okay, and a lot of people fuck with broke niggas, it's fine. They have good personalities, they just fucked up. They don't get right. Hopefully.
Okay.
I was fucking with the wrong person that one time. Who was downtown?
I fucked with the wrong person a lot of times, and I still don't learn my lesson.
Yeah.
Folks, that shit threw me off. Like, that vibe. I obviously don't fuck with her no more. It's like 2 years ago. I was fucking with her for a minute though. Like, we was even friends after. Like, we would still go out and do shit. Like, I just be playing too much. She was irritating me. Oh, no. she was in an irritated mood, and you know me, fucking around too much. Probably was just mad at me already. Just mad at little petty shit, right? We ordered
Because you
food.
do play around a lot.
Yeah, but
I learned
I
that
ain't
after
that
like
shit.
knowing you for a minute that I can't really take anything you say seriously unless you're like, Anna, listen. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because you be saying some out of pocket shit sometimes.
I do. I'm working on it. It's fucked up. I need to stop. But like, I don't know. Just a nigga like me, I don't like that vibe. I don't really care my girl job in the future. Because like I said, as long as I can take care of myself, I'm good. The most thing I can say is if I fall off, please be able to take care of our kid. I don't give a fuck about what you do.
Yeah.
You can make 50K, I can make trillions. I don't care. As long as you can support a kid by yourself, that's the biggest thing I can say. Because if I die, you without me, you got to do this on your own. My mama was single, so that's how I think. My mama held it down on my own, so I don't want no girl who expects shit from a nigga. And that's kind of fucked up to say, but that's kind of how black girls was raised too. They so used to being independent, they learned to be independent first. That's why I wouldn't even, like, my mom was like that. I want a girl. That's how usually people is. If they had a good like family figure, like a mom or dad in their life, they'd aspire to be like them. That's why I wouldn't want no girl around me. Like I said, don't get me wrong. I'm paying for everything a girl do, because I said I'm not trying to sound like I got money, y'all. I'm sorry. I got it. So I'm like, your day's free. Trust me. You don't ever have to worry about that. But I don't even want no girl around me who even thinks like that. Like, I want you to be able to hold your own without a nigga.
What, like that you have to pay for the first date, or you just have to pay for everything in general?
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go back to the story because it threw me off. I knew her for a while. Like, we was cool. We wouldn't even fuck with each other at the time. She just expects this, so she thought that this was appropriate to do, and it kind of threw me off. Later, I thought about it. We ordered the food, so she was irritated, and I'm irritating her. I get why she was aggravated, but when it was time to pay to piss her off, I'm like, what you doing? Pay for it. But she's never paid anything. 2 years, never paid any, for at least food though. You know what I'm saying? She's bought clothes and shit in front of me. But like, she ain't never paid for no food around me. I was fucking with her, just pissing her off. I'm like, pay, like, what you doing? Because she was making bad, so I was going to embarrass her ass. Now, that's fucked up to do. Keep in mind, I'm 18 doing this shit, but that's fucked up to do. I'm like, pay for it. She looked at me crazy, like, I don't have any money. She just didn't have money at the time. And I ended up paying for it, but she got mad as a bitch. And that shit threw me off, like, damn, like,
You really got mad at that? Like that?
yeah,
really
and that's some
offended
broke
you?
ass shit too. Like, you fucked up. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, in life forever, like I said, food, that shit free for like virtually anybody around me if you really need me to pay. But the fact that that's a problem to you or you can't afford it, nigga, that's a problem for me. That's scary, motherfucker, if you can't take care of yourself. So it's like, that's why I wouldn't even want no girl who expect that from niggas. Like, you right. Go find a gentleman who pays for you, because I think that's typical. But then when you expect it, that's kind of scary. Like, that kind of, I don't know.
See, the way my dad raised me and my sisters, I feel like whether, it's stuck with everybody or not, like, to be independent as fuck, he's, like, taught us how to do shit ourselves. Like, I fucking mounted my own TV. Like, I put, like, steering fluid. Like, petty shit. Like, in my
There's
own
not a lot of
car.
females that know how to do that nowadays.
Or, I've done a lot of
Like,
shit
I was at the
myself.
gas station the night that last night, putting coolant in my car. And everyone was like, you know what you're doing? You know what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yes, I know what I'm doing. And the dude, you probably weren't paying attention. I was drunk as fuck. But the dude was like, there's not a lot of females that know where to put it in and how much to put in and this. And I was like, common sense.
So, I don't know. Like, how he raised me, like, he literally set me up to not need a man, but, like, be able to have one at the same time.
I like, that's how I raise my kids.
Like, independent enough to the point where I can't let some no good ass nigga get me gullible and, just because he like did one thing, he fixed the fucking door, he nailed the poster up, like to the point where my man would have to have enough substance to change my tire, mount a TV, fucking
not a lot of dudes know how to
build
do
a
that
shelf
either.
for me if I need you to.
Well, I don't know about
not
her
everybody
TV.
can
That shit was
woodwork, but I mounted my own TV before.
Like
Paint
this
the
big?
wall.
This
Yes,
big mount?
no, not that big.
That's what I was trying to tell her. I'm like, well, that was a big ass mount.
Yeah.
And then you just stead finder for some shit like that. A little 40-inch TV or something
no.
small, that might be. This is a motherfucking 60-inch that shit look different.
What raised my standards, like, my mom raised me the same way. Maybe a little bit different, like, to be independent and do things on my own. Because, like, honestly, my mom wasn't around, so I had to learn to be independent and do things on my own. But then at the same time, I was raised to, like, when you do get a man, like, you have to do this, this, and this, and this. You know what I mean? Like, make sure, like...
What do you mean?
Like, laundry's done, dinner's cooked, like, like, because, everything is set up because... You know what I mean?
No, to be honest,
You know what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
like we need to be both. Like, if we gotta have a chore chart, if that's easier, make it look cute. But like, like, or just have us understanding. Like, if you gonna be taking out the trash, my
take out the
opposite
trash,
equal
right.
job. Like,
It's
I'll have an
definitely
opposite
equal.
maybe mop. If I'm doing the kitchen, you're doing the bathroom and the living room. I
Right.
feel like shit like that. If I cook
No,
dinner
for sure.
tonight, are you gonna cook dinner tomorrow?
Damn.
Or like, it's okay. It's a partnership. Like,
It is, but I'm just saying,
halves
like,
make a whole. I can't do everything and be expected to go to work just like you. The reason women got the cooking and cleaning role is because the men were the only ones who were allowed to work.
Right.
If I'm bringing in money too, and it's significant to yours, why are we not splitting households?
like we are splitting household things, but I'm just saying, like, I was just taught to like more have things set for my man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess.
That's kind of a
That's kind of the
thing to
reason
do,
I'm
though.
single though, because I have like this hyper like independence, hyper like, I'm a woman and I'm good on my own type of thing to me. Like, there's certain shit that I just like don't believe in.
Like
When it comes down to like relationships. Like, that type of shit you saying, like, always have dinner for him and the house clean.
I'm not saying
That's
I
your
always have
preference, though. You gotta find a nigga who feel the same way as you. So, like
Right.
you said, I see why you single if you ain't find no nigga like that.
Right, because
but-
a lot of men don't see it that way. But I don't think that you should have some like hierarchy over me, just because you're a man.
Oh yeah, facts. Like I ain't got. If I were a girl, we
I
just two
hate
humans.
men like that. That they feel like they gotta make more money than the female, and I need like the manlier. Like I can do shit too. You know what I mean?
You
Like-
can wear the pants because I want you to wear the pants because a good man is going to sweep me up off my feet when I need to lift them.
Right. Like that's why I never judge a dude on his situation. At the end of the day, what matters is if you can support yourself, and then obviously if we're together, like we talked about, we could support each other
Right.
and whatever. But I never cared if, like I said, I was up here and he was here, because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, I'm gonna help you, bring you on the same level as me, so that we can build up higher.
Are y'all
Right.
both good cooks? How do y'all feel about niggas who can't cook?
I think that not too long ago, I wasn't even that good at cooking certain shit. Like, I'm a process learning. I'm a good ass baker, but like cooking, like I've been testing out more recipes on my own this past year. Hella, like, out of high school and everything, knowing that I'm going off into the world on my own. I've been like, hey, Mom, send me this recipe, and try to cook something. And I feel like we all probably, like, especially if you got a black mama or like even some Asian mamas, like they throw down in the kitchen, and so does your grandma. It's like half the time they don't even want you to cook because like they got it in their pocket, So for a lot of us, I feel like we might not. Some of us, our parents have us in the kitchen, watch what I'm doing. Some of us, Mama always got the food, So I feel like
I know how to cook more American food than I do Asian food.
Yeah.
Because like Asian food is a process. It's not something like you can just spaghetti throw it. No, it's like you need this, and this, and it's like a 3-4 hour process type of thing. Mm-hmm. So I know how to cook like American food more than I know how to cook Asian food, but I know how to cook.
Right.
So how do y'all feel about if a nigga made less money than y'all? Y'all fucking with him?
Yeah.
I don't think it's that important as long as, like I said, you're carrying your end of the relationship.
Yeah.
So you would mess with a dude who made less money than you?
I mean, like I told you, I aspire to be the breadwinner. Like I aspire to keep achieving more and more, and I want to find somebody who matches that. But I wouldn't be surprised if at some point he's not gonna want to, keep achieving as high as I want to, because like this is the type of person I am. Like I know I'm a lot.
Yeah, that makes sense. If y'all not on the same level financially, we're not saying no financially, but it's like if y'all not living the same lifestyle, it wouldn't even make
You
sense.
have to have the same goals and aspirations and morals.
So do you
really
feel
be with
like?
somebody.
Do you feel like? Would you rather have someone that does the same shit as you? Like, for example, would you rather have someone that is an influencer as well? Or would you rather have someone that, like, let's say she's a dentist, you're an influencer? Like, does it matter?
Well, I don't know who my wife is yet. I don't think I've met her. But what I prefer, I don't really have too much of a preference. I feel like I'm just going to meet somebody and that's going to be them. And I don't know who the fuck they is yet. So
I was fucking with a dude that was like, well, we're not doing the same thing. Because, like, I mean, I still do want to go to school for dentistry. But, like, I was telling him that, and he's into, it's not what you think it is. But he's into music and art and all that other and designer shit, like making clothes and stuff. And that's not really my interest. And he was like, well, since we don't have the same interests, we can't be together. I want whoever I'm with. to do the same thing and be interested in the same thing I'm in. I'm just like, what? That
I
makes
think
no
that's
sense.
cool, but at the same time, I think it would be dope if you can come home and tell
talk
me
about
a
two different things.
completely
Right, that's what I was
different story
saying.
than
Yeah,
anything I'm
I
expecting.
know what you mean, but that's just not your preference. Like, every girl I fuck with don't care for you two, but I expect them to support everything.
Well,
That's
obviously,
just
I'm
typical.
a support anything my significant other does. I mean, anything. And tell him what's good and what's bad. You know what I mean? And uplift him in what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck if she's not interested in my career as long as she supported and she's happy.
No,
I'm
he was
happy.
deadass. He
I only
deadass
date a girl
told
who's
me.
happy that I'm happy.
He deadass told me we cannot be together because you don't want to be a
Good.
designer, you don't want to be an
Good for
influencer, you
him.
don't want to.
He told you straight up that y'all not for each other. That's
But I
good.
just, like,
At least
I
he
was, like,
fucking
trying to
lead you
tell
on
him.
He
and
know what
fucking
he
like-
want.
Right.
I
So you
guess,
should be
but it's
happy
just
that.
like, why would
That's
I
weird,
want to?
Anna. You're right, but
I want to like be like he was like work. Ugh. Why would I want to work with you and then us come home and then talk about the same thing when I could be like, hey babe, like I had to take this person's tooth out because of this. What'd you do today? Oh, I made this jacket. That's cool. Or why? Like I don't know.
he
It's
kind of
just-
got a point, but like I said, that's not even the type of nigga you want to be around, so you can't even be mad. I understand.
No. So,
I see you.
gone out the window.
You don't understand. You don't understand where he coming from, but I kind of do. But he's obviously not the nigga for you, because like I said, I don't really give a fuck what my girl do. Like, as long as I'm fucking with her, the type of nigga I am, whatever you do, I'm interested because it's you. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, influencers, for instance, they can do whatever they want to just because people like them as a person. And they fans gonna support anything they do. So that's why I said you wouldn't even want to fuck with a nigga who think like that. And that's his preference. You can't be mad at him. Just don't fuck with a
It
nigga
just
like
doesn't.
that.
I was upset at the time because that don't make. Why would I want to do if I was interested in the same thing? Cool, but then I was like, but we would literally be stuck working with each other every day, and some people love that.
Well,
but I feel like there's
could
person-
also be in different dentist offices too.
No,
They
but
don't have
he
to be in the same program, or, you know.
no, like he was the one that wanted to make like the designer stuff, and I was the one that wanted to go. He wanted me to be.
He
yeah.
wanted you to be the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Do the
Don't
same
work
thing.
the same
Preference,
thing though. Okay, well I understand that with his whole background, because like as an influencer, like, you know, it would probably help if they could be a power couple and monetize.
We can
with
be a
each other.
power couple, but at the end of the day, if I want to go to school for this and do this, you should support me. What are we
Certain
gonna do?
aspects of, I feel like, that type of career you won't understand unless you're in it. Like, maybe it's some like late night ass party, but you have to go because it's gonna help you network with the right person who's there. You know, somebody who's in dentistry and not in the career that they're in might not understand that. Like, no, what are you doing at 3 a.m.? Or why do you need to go to this event? Why do you have to talk to these people? You know, stuff like that. Like, when it comes down to that type of career, I feel like it could really help to be with somebody who understands what you're going through.
I'm just trying to think, what type of niggas do you like? I think you like 45% hood niggas, but the smart side of you know like that's not the route. I want to say you like athletes, but you ain't really said nothing about nothing. No niggas who play sports. What type of niggas do you like? What is your
Sorry.
what guys do you fetishize over? Or do you see yourself with? What type of nigga? Just explain this guy.
Honestly, it's really weird. Like, I'm
How
trying to. I think I definitely do. Like, I've tried to put myself out there to like a lot of different things. Like, I try to stay open, but also like y'all can see the type of demeanor I have, the type of person I am. I'm not open to a lot of shit. So being open is still selective for me. So like, you know, I've tried athletes, college athletes. I'm gonna just say D1 sluts. I'm gonna leave it at that.
You like D1 sluts?
No, they are not where it's at. But you know,
But
being in
did you like them at a
Hawaii, where
point?
I'm at,
Did
that's
you like
where.
athletes at a point?
Who didn't like
When I
athletes
first
at that point?
started, you'll tell Anna can tell you. I was texting her before I went there, and we're like looking at the roster because I didn't know nothing about how I went to a D1 school, and I'm like, these are the kids I'm gonna be going to school with. We looking at the roster and shit. I wasn't interested in that before. Like, some girls base their whole college decision off of a D1 school for the athletes. Like,
Really?
you know, yes,
Hell yeah.
that girl.
It-
These bitches be hounding these.
So they
athletes,
choose the school
Yes,
whether
it
if
is
the dude
so
looks good or not.
bad.
On
No. Like they just go to like a big school in like a Division 1 school because they know they could be around athletes and shit.
Yes, and a lot of girls literally get the intent of like, you know, date one, go to the top with
We used
him,
to know a girl
boom,
like that.
NFL wife. In college, like
I
fucking
don't know what you're
50% of the bitches are like that at least.
Now I bleep it. Who the fuck you talking about? Oh, I wouldn't think you talking about her, but that's funny as fuck. Hell yeah.
But no, I've tried like different shit. Like I've done athletes when I was in Milwaukee. Like I honestly, even when I'm in Hawaii, I notice like I do go more towards a hood nigga. But being like where I'm from, Milwaukee,
wait. You said Hawaii, you go for hood niggas? Is that what
no, I'm saying being there, I realized this because
it
ain't none there. So I be like,
Hawaii?
damn. Like as the type of
Hawaii
I was
boys.
raised in Milwaukee a majority of my life. Like the type of person. The type of person I am, like, I feel like he gotta have that oomph to him, and a lot of them niggas out there don't have it.
That's what remember I was telling you about
what the fuck that Destiny's Child song, I need a soldier, type shit.
I see that you really want a very, very masculine
nigga. But he also has to be, like, his mental. Like, you need to really
that's the problem with these
to connect with my soul, and they don't be up there. Like,
they're all the same. Like, they don't have no personality at all.
Who?
I think my type is just so diverse that nobody really fits the puzzle.
Good. So you just looking for a guy that
but at the same time, I want it to just be like, when you first meet somebody, y'all just fall in love and instantly click. Like I would
girl, that
love
shit is
something
fake.
That. It is not fake because I swear I felt that way with my first and only boyfriend I ever had. I feel like when I first met him, it just like was I was.
Girl, you would think of shit a fairy tale.
I was young. Girl. Yeah, no, it wasn't a fairy tale. He was cheating on me the whole relationship. It just still told me to this day about that.
You had a girlfriend?
Huh?
Oh, I thought you said she knew me. He's talking about
No, I always say I want to try girls because I think that my standards are so high with men, but at the same time, the women
like young though. Like you gonna find a good nigga at some point.
But I'm not really stressing on it right now.
Of course, no one should. You should never stress on who you fuck with. It's just what happens, it happens.
Like I have my options, but at the same time, a lot of them like you could never be anything more than like a sneaky link or like somebody I entertained for a little bit. Like you really have to meet the standards, and I only have such high standards because I know what I come with. I know how much I can elevate you being your person. So can you elevate me as well?
You ever been cheated on?
Yeah, a whole lot. I'm too blunt.
Wait, when last time you been in a relationship? Is that why y'all broke up?
4 years ago. Yeah, I
damn,
know
you
he
was
was
a
cheating
fucking
until the
infant when
end.
you had a kid. You were 15 in a relationship.
Yeah, I was 15.
Oh, you cheated on you? Oh, that's 15 right now. That don't count.
Yeah, well, it was freshman year.
What counts? But my point was like,
yeah,
have you been
but
cheated
no,
on?
after that, I've like dibbled around with like other dudes, and like I've gotten probably like 2 months in, almost in a relationship, and then something happens. But I've also noticed at some point in my life, like, do y'all believe in like spiritual shit? Like, like the shit that you inflict on yourself and everything? Mm-hmm. Like, I think there's some type of like childhood trauma I have, whether it's like, whatever it is that like makes me navigate towards like broken men almost. A nigga who got like something that needs to be fixed, whether it's like he got a mommy issue or like he just needs,
now that you're saying that, yeah.
And it sucks because like I feel like I'm such a whole woman. Like, I'm pretty close to having my shit together. Like, you can never stop evolving, but I feel like for my age, like, I'm only 19. I feel like I got my shit hella together. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I don't know.
My standards are high because of...
They're not high. They're your standards. It's not high, not low. Every human is different. Not high standards. It's your standards.
No, I feel like it's hard to find people who meet our standards.
No, I say I have high standards for dudes now is because of, like, for example, when I lived with my roommates in Warsaw, I never had to pump my gas. If I needed an oil change, Tony or Embry or TJ would take it to get an oil change. Like those manly things, like, I never had to do. Like, I could do, don't get me wrong, I go get my own oil change, I go do my own stuff.
But who doesn't love to get to be a woman in life?
Right, and like, when I got my car, like, they were the ones that, when I went to go buy my car, they were the ones that checked everything. Like, now I know somewhat to check stuff like that, but like, they checked everything, they always made sure my stuff was straight. Like, I was paying for my gas, but they would be like, oh, we need gas, here's the money. They would take it to the gas station and put gas in my car. Like, I never put gas in my car living with them, and like...
You in the car with your boyfriend, or you driving with your boyfriend, y'all need gas, and he don't get out right away to go pump it. What y'all saying?
Oh, I've actually had that happen a few times in my relationship, and I
never noticed. My mama did breed me to be a good guy. That shit's funny. Like, my mom was a single mom my whole life, well, virtually my whole life, and she used to always make us pump the gas. And me as a kid, not knowing like why the fuck I gotta pump the gas, nigga, you're driving. And I realized, like, damn, imagine if I was really a girl and I made her pump the gas. Like, one time that did happen, and I realized she was pumping the gas, and I got out and I seen her out of the car. I'm like, oh shit, like,
I feel like I'm not really like you gotta pump my gas type of person.
No, but
You just say you gotta pay for me type of nigga. I mean,
no, not that. Either you don't gotta pay for my gas. Either
not
I
pay
feel
for
like
gas, food, my bad, or dates, my bad, dates.
that's why I don't get out the car right away.
I have a lot of different like preferences for
Yeah, and
that's just like,
something you discuss with the nigga you fucking with. I get that. I'm just talking shit.
Like on the first date, these are fucking shit we gonna talk about. Like all those different types of things.
That's why I say like in the future, if I was rich, like I would take her on a shitty date to get to know her first. Then we gonna do all the things that she like to do. But I want to see if she actually feeling me or she feeling this date or in this lifestyle. Like I said, I get it. A lifestyle is something girls want. But if you can't see past that and only see me, you just seeing the material things around me. I don't even want you. I want you to get to know me first and see past all the shit we doing. Like I said, I'm just a talking ass nigga, so like I really like seeing who a person was. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's why I think like that. But you're right. That's why I said
a lot of dudes actually you'd be surprised how many dudes actually do pump females' gases. Like I didn't. The first time I realized that I shouldn't be pumping the gas is.
Part of show shit. Where my shit go?
No, I think that's yours. I never opened mine, and that one's open.
This is mine. I think. Did you drink this? No, this is my shit.
I never learned that a female wasn't supposed to pump. Not wasn't supposed to, but like the dude is supposed to until I was with a guy one time, just a guy friend.
I feel like it's just dangerous at a gas station. I think that's all it is.
Yeah.
Because gas is new. Like, that ain't some shit motherfuckers was doing back in the 1800s. That's like a 1900 thing. It's like a 100-year thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think dudes are supposed to pump the gas simply because it's dangerous. Like, I remember I was with my guy. He older than me by a couple years. Big dude, scary dude. He was in the hood late at night, like 2 in the morning. He was like, hold on, let me pump the gas. Like, there's plenty of niggas out here. Like, I was young. I was like 16. Like, obviously I could have pumped the gas myself, but I realized at that point, like, it ain't even a male thing. And then obviously dudes should just do stuff for girls, but I think just gas stations just dangerous. That's kind of really what it is.
In Milwaukee, as a like woman who was on my own,
I hate going to gas
stations. Like being a teenager and shit, having my car, like I always clutch the fuck out my pepper spray. I remember seeing
you
videos.
got pepper spray?
I've carried pepper spray.
Somebody
since
gave me a
like
statistic last night. Folks said like 90% of girls carry pepper spray.
I've carried it since about freshman year, and I've never used not one bottle. That's the crazy thing. Like even when I've gotten into fights, my pepper spray was right there, and I've never like
you be fighting people.
When I was younger, I got into a couple fights, but bitches also was fucking with me. So you don't the fuck you got.
When I first moved back here, I didn't go to any of the gas stations in Milwaukee because I used to work in Menominee Falls.
I really don't too.
I used to work in Menominee Falls, so I'd pump my gas after work and stuff like that, or before work or whatever. And if I had to ever run out of gas, I would try to make it to Menominee Falls before.
See, I lived in the hood, and I feel like I didn't really feel like it was that deep in the hood when I lived there. But realistically, in Milwaukee, like you probably live in the trenches and you don't even realize it because it's Milwaukee. You're used to it, but you really live deep in the trenches. And I feel like I'm like okay going to like do a lot of shit. There's certain parts of town that like I don't know, like a certain street, like stay away from that motherfucker, but at the same time, like
you don't know.
I feel like being raised here, you kind of like I kind of be okay.
I just don't like being
pumping gas at night if it's a gas station with hella lights. I see that the clerk is watching. Like I feel like you know how to go about certain shit. You're not gonna go to a shady gas station in the middle of the fucking hood, deep on the north side, at nighttime by yourself pumping gas. Like that's a setup right there.
Right.
For yourself.
But no, I just realized that like because when I first got my car, I didn't live in Milwaukee. In Wausau, you can literally like keep your car you can't keep your car running here and running to the gas station.
Your shit gone. Keep it boys.
Before that,
like I'm so used to like when I lived up north. I learned this from this girl. I had a
really... North, y'all probably can pump the gas then pay. You definitely can't do that shit.
No, you can't do that anymore because a lot of people up north have been like taking it off. Yeah. But no, I had this friend and she's like super rich. She drove a freaking Porsche and a Jeep. Those are her 2 cars that her parents gave her. Mm-hmm. She would leave her keys in her car. And I was like, you can do that?
Anybody take this motherfucker.
Right. And when she first did that, we went to a party. We were driving her Porsche.
In Milwaukee?
Up north. She threw her keys in the middle console and I was like, you're not taking your keys with you? She was like, I don't need to. I'm most likely lose them in the party. And I was like, and you driving a whole Porsche and you trust it? And she was like, what are they going to do?
Rich people shit.
They're like, what are you going to do? And then ever since then, up north, I don't take my keys in the house. I leave it in my car. I probably shouldn't say that. But like, I leave it in my car. But then
I had a whip up north of Wausau. Middle council.
But no, I started doing that. I would leave my keys in my car and stuff like that. And then when I moved to Milwaukee, I had to break that habit. Even living in Germantown, my mom was like, do not do that. And I was like, we're in Germantown. She's like, don't do that.
Anywhere in southeast Wisconsin, you can't do that. Up north, you can, though. I think, at least. I never really been up north, but...
Yeah.
You couldn't even do that shit in
Hell
Brookfield.
yeah.
Like, you can do it in Brookfield, but at one point, somebody might take that motherfucker. It ain't far enough from the hood for a motherfucker to come out there and take your shit. That's before
I
Kid
seen
Boy. That's
this
what they
video
was
of
doing.
this nigga. He had his BMW or some shit parked in his driveway in Brookfield. He caught it on the Ring camera. Niggas pulled up at the end of the driveway, kind of in it still. One nigga hop out. He opened the door, and I think it was somebody in the car because I didn't put the audio on. But the dude kind of jumped back. He jumped back, and I think somebody was in the car. And the next thing you know, the dude on the thing, like the camera, like started yelling at him. And he like looked up and like seen that the camera was like yelling at him. And he like closed the door and like ran to the car, slipped a little bit because it was like icy outside. Hopped in the whip. This was in Brookfield, yeah. Here. I be seeing like all types of shit on Facebook.
Yeah, I said, in the suburbs here, like people still do it, but that shit that's still.
They be dumbasses. Like it don't be the smart motherfuckers who go out.
Like when we went to Quick Trip yesterday, I left my key out. Like when we all got out to go inside, I'm so used to leaving my keys in my car because I travel back and forth so often, but I really spend most of my time up north. And I was like, wait a second. And then I took it out and then I like went into the store or whatever, but I'm so used to leaving my car on if I'm running into even Target up north. If I'm running into Target for like 10-15 minutes, I'll leave my car running because I'm just running in there grabbing something and coming right out. Nothing's gonna happen to my car.
Just wilded out with that one.
I feel like 15 minutes the heat still trapped in your car, so one wasn't doing that.
I just
what the she didn't even think about it. She just said fuck it, I'm gonna keep it running.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's like such a dumb thing to do, but it could also be being raised in Milwaukee where that's like, don't fucking do that. Why the fuck would you do that? You know?
Yeah, no, because I would see, living up there, I would see people keep having their cars running, and I'd be like, damn, if this was Milwaukee, that shit would be gone. Like,
that motherfucker got banked.
Right. But then, like, after seeing up so many people
get at work, folks. She funny as a bitch. She be saying all the hood link. I'll be forgetting girls be saying that shit. That's what he's a bitch. But,
in Hawaii, they be on my ass about all the different shit I say. They be like, wait, say that again. What you just say?
Bink that motherfucker. That is funny as a bitch. Last thing I really ask y'all, what is some misconceptions people have or say about you?
I'm Hollywood. I get that so much. I'm pretty sure you said that to me. Or I'm famous.
Yeah, that's the first thing. I'm like,
I don't know if it's
the
like
person you be with.
I don't know if it's like the way people perceive me, like, social media, because social media is a fucking lie. So I feel like that should not, let people perceive me that way. Like, I feel like in the instance of like what you know me from having me on Snap forever ago, so I unadded you, right? So for me, so for me, let me see. I don't think I have anything on my public. So I'm gonna tell you why I did that. I did that to so many people. So when I was like, I think this was the end of my junior year. End of my junior year. Like, I was low through high school for the most part, so I had met people, but I never went out to parties and shit. It was knowing people from like school. And
it's crazy. I just met you a couple days ago, so never really seen you.
Yeah, and I know because I could have been out here in Milwaukee, but I wasn't. So I had got to this point where I felt like my social medias weren't my own. Like, I feel like I had so many people who, whether it was people I didn't like, people who secretly didn't like me and I didn't know just because I always hit add back, follow back, people like who don't really need to see what I got going on. And I've always been a pretty private person to an extent. Like, I got a million private stories. You ain't gonna catch me posting on my main too often, So I didn't want people I didn't know, so I deadass removed so many people, and I still remove certain people that I knew if I feel like we didn't have a personal connection anymore.
Yeah, that should get overwhelming, so I understand that for sure.
Yeah, and people call it Hollywood when they see that they subscribe to me. I stay getting people sliding up, and I'm like, yo, I removed all y'all about 3 years ago. I don't know if y'all sometimes catch the snaps or don't, but that was like a minute ago. That's just the type of person I am. So I don't like that people perceive me as Hollywood, bougie.
Yeah.
That's the number one. It's just ones I get. I feel like. Or
that I'm a
those
bitch. Ones in the those and the fact that oh, you a hoe, you this, you that, because of what you think I post on social media, or what you think you see,
or what you think you heard. Because what percentage
it's not heard
of what
is what
people say, and what's actually real. Because
not many
people say.
Not many people can say shit about me.
Well, I can't say that. My advice is not even that valid yet. But the way you can get away from misconceptions, embrace anything someone says about you, and flip that shit back on them. Shit, if you believe it, niggas, nothing I can do about it. I be fucking with people. Like when people say, "Oh, you this, you that," I be
okay.
Yeah. Damn, I'm just fucking with the wrong nigga. Then I'm gonna tell you it's not true, but shit, I'm not. See, I'm not the type of nigga to convince you unless it's like a one-on-one thing.
And I feel like defending misconceptions is also stupid at sometimes because like people gonna think what they think. It's only like I feel like if somebody really know me, they would go, you know, Artajia's not Hollywood. She ain't even like that. She just picky with who she entertains and who she lets get to know her.
No, you seem pretty cool, but like I said, when you explain that, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense, bro. Imagine having, like I said, being a girl too. Like you already just a magnet for people wanting to be around you.
I moved about 2,000 people when I did that shit. Like I was on my Snapchat for 4 hours and I was removed. Like I had to keep going into my friends.
Make a new Snapchat.
I was, but the memories.
Oh,
you know, my shit go back 5 years now. I created this again in a freshman
Why don't you just have 2 Snapchats or memories?
Because that's so inconvenient. I like being on this Snapchat. Yeah. I just posted.
I'm going shit. I got 2 phones.
I posted what I'm doing today, and then boom, I can post a year ago because it's that Snapchat. So you know, I like that. Yeah, I would hate having to keep logging in to go, oh, what was a year ago? What was 2 years ago? What was 3 years ago?
Facts. Yeah, I was just saying, I'm thinking I got 2 phones, so if I wanted to do that, I could, but...
Oh my God, having 2 phones is so freaking exhausting.
You got 2 phones?
I know.
I did.
You can lose one. Where's
no,
the
I lost one. I don't remember.
Phone.
Well, I lose it every day. I just gotta go find all that. Let me find my iPhone while we speak. It's literally either in my brother's car or in here. I just don't know where I put that motherfucker at. I do this shit every day, folks. But I don't really use it that much, so when I do...
No, having 2 phones is freaking exhausting.
What are misconceptions about you? Do you get the Hollywood one living in Milwaukee? As somebody
you definitely get the Hollywood one.
Misconceptions? All that I'm just trying to fuck. Very big misconception. That's because y'all know me publicly. Literally, it's just because of what I post on social media. And when you get to know me, you know, that's the complete opposite. Like, I only want to fuck. So I don't give a fuck. I explain this shit to niggas. I only want to fuck if you give me the vibe that you're only... Like, you give me the vibe that I should only fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you're a cool person...
Take your social media too seriously. Like, and I was one of those people that took his social media way too seriously until we actually sat down and had a conversation. She just got me on
Snap. If she had me on Snap, she wouldn't be sitting here today.
Like a lot of people
terrible nigga.
A lot of people take his social media seriously, and I did. And I'd be like, damn, Jalon said that, like, da-da-da-da. But then after hanging out with him and getting to know him more, it's really all entertainment purposes. Like, for Halloween, we did a costume with one of my friends, where he was a pimp, and then we were I don't know what the fuck he would call us, but
my employees.
Yeah, we could say it like that.
We should throw a costume party in the middle of the summer.
That's what the parties you just went to. He was damn tripping. That's what we trying to do, like just themes every week. We're trying to get people to do shit.
People really don't
Instead
do
of
things
costume
in
party, we're just gonna do like
And nobody brought anything but a cup to the function last night. They did anything but a cup on that flyer. I showed up my spray bottle.
People don't do themes here the way they do up north. Like, man, every party that people in
Milwaukee think everything lame. Like,
yeah, because parties up north, like when I threw parties at my apartment with the boys, we always had a theme, whether it be Jersey, everybody's in Jersey, Hawaii, girls in swimsuits.
I gotta have another Freaknik party, bro. I'm trying to do that shit. A Freaknik.
What the fuck is that?
You just said that, but my brother just told me the other day. He said, what you need to do is have a Freaknik party. And I'm like, what the fuck?
It's basically like 90s.
Yeah, he said our mamas probably went to this. Swear to God, that's what he told me.
I'm gonna dress up like Aaliyah. I did it for Halloween one year.
Yeah, that's what we should do.
TLC actually, and everybody told me I looked like Aaliyah. Flat my hair. I'm be like,
I ain't know what that was till yesterday. He literally said people know what that is. I was like, nigga, I don't know what that is.
A lot of colleges do it back to back. While the HBCUs have Freaknik parties down there every other week.
HBCU, that's why. White people probably
man, I be wishing I went to one, but at the same time, Hawaii beautiful, but like HBCUs be calling me. I be on Nuke TikTok and
that's
shit.
What
they
I
be all.
Would do. If I was whatever it's called, went to college, I don't think I'd do HBCU all 4 years. Well, it's so fucked up for
too. I think fat unis are good for like your first 2, and then do community for the rest. Yeah. Get the experience, but like don't get too caught up in that shit.
I feel like I had the experience of college without even going to college.
Oh yeah, for me too. Shit, it's fucked up to say, but like one, I would never go to college, but I am, but I wasn't gonna go to college out of high school. The reason I wouldn't want to go to HBCU and never was with it, it's like, bro, I live in Milwaukee. Like I've been around too many niggas already. Like.
See, that's become a problem for me in my PWI. Being around so many niggas, and like, even if a motherfucker ain't a nigga, like, you a nigga, you know, like in Milwaukee, like, that's how it is. Like, you know,
that's all
going out there to them, I'm like,
yeah, Hawaii different
lot,
breed. That shit fire.
you know?
Like you really trying something totally new. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yo, when you told me you were going to Hawaii, I was like, that's kind. I've never heard somebody like.
University of Hawaii, a big school. She getting up. She getting up. She's ready to go anyways. We gonna wrap it up because we can talk for fucking hours anyways. And we didn't
just
talk.
she want to go to this party.
But
It's
no,
a
what I was
party?
saying
Yeah.
was,
Oh shit.
yeah, before like we had a conversation, huh?
It's supposed to be.
Before we had a conversation, I always took everything that he posted literally, because I know. Well, before I knew him as personal as I do now, well, we don't really know each other that person, but we have conversations. I was like, damn, like I thought he wasn't shit, but it really is all entertainment purposes. Same with
And they can't handle a lot of shit I say because it be so factual. They just don't want to hear it. They think it's fucked up. But yeah, and a lot of shit I said, damn, I'm entertaining you niggas like, and like. Like with the females I usually post, I'm like, bro, these are unheard of females again. Like I would never expose. I don't expose nobody for real, but I would never expose somebody that I talk to and fuck with. Like the only reason like I would do some shit like that, it'd be on my private story though. Like I post some shit from like a year ago from memories, and I literally put the caption like, I ain't seen this nigga in years, folks. Like who the fuck is she at in life, bro? Like it'd be unheard of people. I would never do somebody like that. I fuck with her. No, that's weird.
Yeah, we did that Halloween thing, and we filmed. We took a photo, right? We all took photos that night. He specifically took a photo where he was on the bed.
Why you so descriptive?
Because he was on the bed and then we were on the side of him or whatever, and he posted it. I had people send it to me like,
I had nobody said shit to me.
I had people send it to me like, Anna, what the fuck? And it's just like, bro, I just really had to realize hanging out with him, everything we do is literally not personal. It's all entertainment purposes.
Like on my mom and like just being around me, y'all fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like look at this shit. No, we're not loud, obviously, but like that shit crazy. Like people just think like that. I'm like damn, like y'all just think I'm
just low like that.
That was pretty weird. Like that shit is funny as a bitch, folks. You know what that mean, right? Training. You just fucking.
Well, yeah.
I'm like, damn, that is what people get the impression like, yeah, I'm just a fucking whore. Wow.
Same. That's why I was literally just saying is like,
just dick. I'm
everybody think just because I be around plenty dudes, like when I lived with those 3 dudes, I've never fucked any of my roommates. Like, yes, did I live with 3 dudes?
I just get the impression that I'm just a sex object. I'm nothing else. It's a funny nigga with a dick.
Try being a woman and a good looking one at that.
Yeah.
People just think you, like, that's why I always tell dudes, like, what type of female do you think I am? Like, you're literally playing in my face. Like, I'm not what you think I am. Like, we talked about, we literally had this conversation. Did we all have our phases of being a hoe? Yes. I don't give a fuck what nobody says you had.
I've never been a hoe. If you can't prove it, look at that.
But like we all did our shit, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
once upon a time had a roster, had options, whatever you want to call it, did what we had to do, but that doesn't define who we are now. Like,
what is it?
Delon.
Big bro, nigga, you not even at home.
Oh yeah, I'm at home. I'm in front of my house.
Hey, you want to wrap up the podcast for us? We just did an interview. Wrap it up for us. Tell these niggas we finna get up out of here. Tell them thanks for watching all that.
Thanks for watching.
Tell these niggas like, comment, subscribe, man.
Like, comment, and subscribe, man.
There you go.
Send you a lovely DM.
Okay.